and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. Florida Man CGB coming to you. Another broadcast from inside the vacation home closet. Yep. Closet gaming with Big Daddy Bolas. Nicol Bolas, the Dragon God. Guys, real talk. The motion sickness is not steady cam. Look at the pillows. There's so many pillows in here. To provide you the ultimate in video game, MTG Arena, YouTube content, vocal comfort. Dude, I love you. I love you guys. Who else does this? Who else contents so hard on their vacation? Who else would make content in the closet? So smash that like button, because no matter how ridiculous the things I do are, I've never had 3,000 likes on a video. 40,000-ish views on this video, somewhere between 30 and 40,000 on the low side. I've never had 3,000 likes. What more can I do? Nicol Bolas, Dragon God. That's what we're playing today. Took a game off us. Real talk. That was probably way too loud. But it was supposed to be. Got your attention, I hope. Real talk. Man, this card's gotten worse and worse over time. It used to be that Nicol Bolas was feared, respected. It's about the denial of resources. You just play all the nastiest removal spells and control spells in Grixis, and then you plus Nicol Bolas until they concede. Easy game, right? Hell Q level, dangerous, powerful, the bad guy, the villain we deserve. What happened? Well, every frickin' commander out there is either super cheap and mega efficient, like Ragavan, or £1,000,000 of value per card. Think Rusco, think Atraxa, think Tally. Or they provide card advantage like Bolas does, but with a mana advantage like Teferi or Teferi. And on top of that, counter spells, which Grixis really had to lean on because it had trouble keeping up with all that advantage. They got a lot worse. They got terrible. They got so bad that this build, it's gonna blow your mind, but trust me, I've tested. I've worked on this. It's down to Wash Away, Pact of Negation, Tail's End, and a Bind to Secrecy, as well as a Drown in the Lock as kind of modal counters, but it's pretty low on counter spells considering. Trust me, I have been through a lot with this Grixis deck. And I'm gonna explain a little theory called the dead card theory. This is a good, get out the professor CGB, the philosophical Florida man CGB. The dead card theory is a long-standing control. It's a reason to play a control deck. The idea is, if your opponent has a card in their hand, like Go for the Throat or Fatal Push, that only destroys a creature, that's the whole purpose of the card, and you don't play any creatures, then a commander like Nicol, a control deck gains virtual card advantage. They have no targets, so these cards are useless. So it's like they never drew them to begin with. They just sit there. That virtual card advantage back in the day when Magic cards were a lot different in the 90s and 2000s than they are now, where every card was modal and had a million modes tacked to it, so it could do a bunch of different things, a front side, a back side, etc. That was a huge strategy back then. And many of us, boomers, don't want to let that go. Understandable. But it's probably time. Because the dead card theory, if you play Bolas with the dead card theory in mind, trying to do like a full control, no creatures, no battlefield, just Bolas plan, it makes Bolas a worse commander. Because when you +1 and they exile a removal spell they weren't going to cast anyway, well, your +1 got you 1 card, when it could have got you 2 cards if that removal spell were actually useful to them. Weird, right? Weird. So the dichotomy of that, as I've tried many Bolas decks, I tried Super Friends Bolas, I tried Full Control Bolas, I tried Discard Bolas, Mana Land Destruction Bolas, I tried it all. The version that actually performed for me in the last 2 days is a creature-based, well, based is a strong word, but, you know, it's like 15 real creatures. 2 of them just cycle, Oliphant and Troll of Kazakh Doom, but a version with some creature presence is doing the best. Because if the opponent has to actually cast that Go for the Throat, and they don't have that card in hand when Nicol Bolas Dragon God comes down, they have to exile something more valuable like a land. That is when the Bolas squeeze kicks in. When you use the dead card theory actually works against Nicol Bolas Dragon God. And it took me a long time to realize it because Grixis control is just in my heart of hearts, like a jam, a real jam for me. Not only that, running good creatures has also made other cards in the deck better than they used to be. This is kind of a, well, duh moment for those of you who always run creatures, but those of you who have tried creatureless control know what I'm talking about. Dark Intimations. Card was very medium, kind of a meme. Much better when you're getting back a powerful creature. Kolagon's Command. Cracked card. Amazing against so many decks. When you're getting back a good creature like a Shieldred, it's even better. So, just a few examples of how the creature-based version of the deck is absolutely vibing. So I'm hoping to show you that today. That's the idea. We're going to go out there and we're going to show you what to do in Nicol Bolas in 2024 if you like winning games. Quick mana base note. 1 mountain, 1 swamp. Nope. 1 mountain, 1 island, 5 swamp. If you're going to have basics, you need them to be black. We don't run many. It's kind of hard to get your Nicol Bolas Dragon God mana right. But fetch lands do help a lot. The cycling, Troll, Thorian Revealed, like Oliphant, the Lord of the Rings cyclers help a lot. But you still got to build your mana base right. A lot of people out there, you're on temples, your deck's too slow, things like that. Weird underrated card. I think this goes in more Hell-Q decks, Strike It Rich. Just being a mana ahead when you can slam your commander makes a big difference. All right, that's the deck. Let's dive in. Let the Bolas nonsense begin. Rusco, piloted by Andre. I've played Andre before. I just can't remember was it on stream or off stream. Not sure. All right, we got Strike It Rich into Ashiok. That's not very important. Bowmasters is good. Bacon is awkward. Tail's End is good. We'll keep it. I think we're actually going to try to... Yeah, we draw the heart. Okay, we're going to not strike it on turn 1. We're going to attempt to fetch our Tri-Land because our mana is tough. You're looking at Interplanar Bacon and Corpse Appraiser. Not exactly a combo. Hold on to your... Stifle meta, man. I'm so afraid. I live my life in fear of the stifle. All right, play this. You get countered. All right, we're gonna be countering mana rocks on the play. Ash it. Okay. Hit. You could sack a treasure to play a treasure. I will not. But we know they don't have a... They have like negate maybe, but they don't have a counter for a monkey. Let's go! Wizard class. Yawn. A good little card advantage source though, I guess. If I draw a land, beautiful. So what we do... Destroy target artifact, make treasure. I make treasure, you has no clock. A couple options. Gross! I guess I have to counter Karn. At least we have the counter for Karn. No attack. What cowardly behavior is that? Oh, Ragavan. I'm not used to being the one who has it. All right, we want to have Bowmasters at the right time. Strike it rich. Mana trouble. Can we overcome? Huh. The amount of nothing they're doing is weird, but that gives me time to draw the lands I need to get into it. I honestly don't think it's right what they're doing. Sitting back on some counter. They didn't have removal earlier. Thank God for this Foothills. Go get a Blood Crypt. Tapped. We want to keep Bowmasters open. Ashiok might get their attention. Hooligan's Command doesn't have great targets at the moment. Corpse Appraiser doesn't get any cards. How do we get rid of the Rusco so that the Ragavan can do its thing? Also, we could tap out for Bolas, get it count. Seems bad. Let's go for Ashiok. Maybe we'll catch him with a fetch land. People fear Ashiok, man. They're afraid. Manual taps. I have a response. It works! Your face. Who says Bowmaster's bad? Although, unnerfed Bowmasters could have killed Rusco there. But, yeah, get that. Oh, witness protection. Very weird. Really do want to save the Hooligan's Command for a clock. They only have 1 mana up. Do you think they have away? And I don't have much otherwise. Go for Bolas. Come on. Yeah. Bolas on the battlefield, blockers out in front. Like a good screenplay. A lot of NFL on the brain. For the wizard class, good. Lions, baby! We're still playing football! Sucks, but I'm glad we saved the Hooligan's Command. How many do they have? Just, okay, they get nothing back. Leaving it in the graveyard right now doesn't do anything, because this has to be a creature. I don't think the opponent will block if I attack with the army, right? But they will block Ragavan. I mean, is that even what I want, though? Why is getting creature in the graveyard so hard? They'll block the Ragavan. Choice, kill Rusco or not. We kill Rusco, untap land, they just replay Rusco. Now we're back where we started, except they're tapped out, which means we get to Bolas. Okay. I think the Bolas puts it over the top. They're not tapped out, they'd have a clock, but you know. You gotta get them to expend mana, or they're just gonna sit back on their control elements. If their board is clear, we can pressure them. But I did love how much Ragavan kept them from being a functional magic deck. Alright, they're holding up mana, they're Palantir. I'll lose the life. I will lose no life. They wanted that land. Ooh, Tidebinder card. Going for Bolas here is probably walking into a counterspell. Let's instead Corpse Appraise. And it feels like it's Tail's End, right? Wait, is there stick for this trigger? There is not. Okay, maybe they don't even have one. Let's go solve the equation. Got creatures. Solve easy. Some very good, powerful choices, but in a counter war, and we're on the tempo, act of negation, baby. Arset, you got it. We can attack that.
If you wish to surrender now, I understand.
The creature presence is doing work.
Open mind.
What's that? Renicus's Vile Duplication? Okay. Oh, now we know not to let them have Rusco with mana. It's a way to copy their commander. 12, we can't lose much more life. Actually, they're gonna use a removal spell. I don't think they have one. I think we want to attack like this.
You are a mighty warrior.
Bolas? The time? Or do we try to Tidebind the Palantir first? They're not doing much. If we have to Pact, then I guess we have to give them cards with the Palantir, but that's probably fine. Let's do it. The whole point of getting the Pact was to resolve Bolas. They don't have anything. Thank goodness.
Once again.
Start blowing up their hand. Yeah, they get rid of the Vile Duplication.
Schemes are never ending.
High ceiling, low floor on that card. Andre? What say you? Old steel heart. Elton John in your head. Yeah, Palantold. They're gonna start drawing cards here. I've seen what a Treasure Cruise Dig Through Time hit is like. I've delivered it. Oliphant. Whenever it attacks, another creature gets +2/+7, gains trample. I mean, are we in cast the Oliphant range? I don't think so. I don't think we're there. Mystic Study, get out.
My intellect is without limit.
My internet is out limit. Play into a sweeper? Not. Strike it rich. Reopen for Tidebinder. Act of negation in hand. How do they get out of this? Rusco is a wascally wabbit, but when they don't have a clock, I always feel like I'm okay. Oh, hi! They're at 12 life. What could go wrong? Everything! The heck, are you, am I crazy? Counter that thing! Uh-oh. Houston, we have a problem. I could dig with the blood token, but I think holding up the Tidebinder is better. 12 life. Bolas's Citadel versus Bolas Dragon God. Safari. Land.
Serious? Lighten up.
Going for the throat. Right off the top. Yep. Dissolves. The lethal attack. They're going to draw with Teferi. We could freeze the Teferi and deny them this draw. But wouldn't we rather freeze the Palantir? I don't know, man. That's tough. That is tough. They scoop! Don't give up. What if I had given you a draw off the Palantir? Might have had something on top. I don't know. They are at 5. Tough game. Rusco. Dispatched. Tasha. Jeez, all the blue-black control commanders out to play today. When I first started playing my Bolas deck, of course, it was all creature decks. I was like, I guess I need sweepers like Sweltering Sun. Drag to the bottom is an interesting one that you can play now with fetch lands. Stifle, stifle, stifle. Timing is everything. Well, I'm going for the heart, so I'll get stifled anyway if they have it. You see them reaching? You see them reaching? Ain't got it. Ooh, baby. Stifle meta is nerve-wracking. Old steel heart. We should pick red. You pick black a lot. I mean, I don't know that I'm Sweltering Sunsing anything, but you never know. You never know what they might drop. I've seen Thrumming Bird in this deck. Our opponent's got a contentious plan to draw a card. Well, they think they have another turn before Bolas. And they're right. But they don't have another turn before my Tasha. Which is which? We'll see if they go for the dueling Tasha approach. They might actually be able to ultimate sooner, but what they don't know... I guess they know about Bolas. If we have an untapped land, we just kill their Tasha. So that might give them pause, but it puts them in a tough spot where they have to take an action, right?
Fight. Perfect.
So their big mistake was tapping out.
Come any closer.
We could invoke Despair there. Actually, we can't. We're a black mana short.
In my image.
You know, dueling used to be fun.
Threatening the Tasha. Let's see if they have an Elder Spell. That's something I run in Tasha. That would be the perfect card for this moment.
Magic.
Into the archive. You found something good. Oh! Come on. I want to see your deck. Just a dude in a closet who wants to see your deck by ultimating Tasha. Sad. Ragavan. My Ragavan combo video is like an hour old. I'm pretty sure this won't be that. Ragavan was popular before that combo video. Tasha is so good against Ragavan. We're on the play, but we do nothing for 3 turns. Can't keep it, right? Or we just hope to draw playable spells. Like, what percentage of our deck is playable here? We have 38 lands, so 34 still in the deck. A huge percentage of our cards are 1 and 2 mana spells. You keep this, because Tasha can be so good against them. It's basically trusting the top deck gods. I do not... This is not great, but it's better. All right. Blue black is Watery Grave. Untapped. Game 2. Get a creature on the board. Step 1. Monkey! You know they're gonna kill this. Hold it up. Actually, do we do that? This is a Strike It Rich Oliphant turn. So we can Rusco earlier. Ramp into power. That is a way to defeat Ragavan without just killing Ragavan. Are they gonna equip that? Kinda good. We have an option here. We have a very real option. We could Brazen Borrower this and then Strike It Rich next turn and they have to reset. I think we do it. Like, I didn't expect them to play into this so much. It blows up our ramp idea. And we can't necessarily Strike It Rich, but it does put off their Ragavan nonsense. Okay, okay. Where having creatures on board is really helpful. So do I want to Strike It Rich this turn? I could also steal a card from my opponent, which might be a 1-mana removal spell, but that's gambling on a lot. If I Strike It Rich, the next turn I have Rusco or Bolas for sure. Pretty good. Pretty good. I know, I tank a lot. I know. Thank you for letting me know. These games are hard. Captain. Okay. And like some mana advantage. Card is deceptively good too. One of the reasons it's really hard to beat Ragavan with Bolas if you draw even close to the wrong cards is because they're treasures. They always have something to get rid of to Bolas. That is a very good card. We can get a board wipe. Buys us a little time. What we want to do is get to a place where we can tutor and get the board wipe on the same turn. That's going to be tough to do, but I guess Rusco kind of does it. Gotta try to make their choices about how to spend their mana difficult. Hopefully they don't just have 1 mana kill Rusco, but they probably do. Aha! Aggro players rope 2. What the hell is that? Red Horde Champion. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, you may discard a number of cards. If you do, draw that many cards, add that much red. Interesting. No attack. Right? Cycle my Oliphant. Keep making sure my mana's good, or stop taking pain. I have so many red sources, so few blue. Grab the steam vents. Sweltering Suns doesn't fix the board. Languish could? Ooh, that's a pack. How bad is Neheb for us, really? What would we solve for? Something busted, please. I solve for Pact a lot, but not here. I mean, this really could just be like a go for the throat to kill the thing. What does a Kolagon's command? Does Mari command? Doesn't do enough. Could also just play Bolas and minus it, and they'll probably kill Bolas, and then we're a land away from Bolas again. But we keep setting up for solve. They're playing the game very odd, you know? You notice they just don't have, like, I think a lot of Ragavan decks would be like, kill your Rusco, attack you with stuff, and they're not doing that.
Will bend to my will.
You think this has to die. It's too big and its ability is too cool. Speaking of cool abilities, Agent of Rafine, no time to trigger, but I'm kind of amazed. We played a 1-2 on turn 1 and it's still there. Red cards are just so efficient. Using a Pact on something like a Lightning Bolt is very unreasonable. if they cast something like an Aheb and I get to pact that, I would so gladly pact that. Just because the mana disadvantage of using pact is so bad against mono red. It's why the card just really isn't. Just can't really use it here. But let's try to get to a place where Kolaghan's command is good. What the hell? Well, like I said, counterspells are bad, guys. Are they just gonna roast my Nicol Bolas, or are they going to try to kill it with attacking? Try to kill it with attacking. That's kind of weird. We'll block. So if the board is clear and they minus the Chandra on the Bolas, we can top deck a land? That would also kill the Chandra with the Bolas, a recast Bolas? Or we can solve for Planeswalker removal. Can't believe they threw Lannery at the problem. Lannery's a good card. And they're a Rabbit Battery. And they're still holding a treasure, which I don't understand. You know? They just don't want to use it? They're a hoarder? Oh, never mind. Here's their commander. Okay. 5 loyalty on a Chandra. Let's do this. For some reason, they've had a hard time getting past the Agent of Rafine. But let's keep it going, baby. And nose in my graveyard for. That's another 6-mana Planeswalker that can be countered. I dare you. Counts. I'll take it. Yeah! Suck it, Ragavan. They're kind of a meme-a-van, you know? They're much more of a big Timmy Ragavan. Still, you take your wins against the monkey where you can. Rusco. Dylan Showdown. Hand is not broken, so we do not keep it. Is this hand broken? Very Got all my colors. Corpse Appraiser might not even have a target. They provide one. But we try it. And we do have Beseech, but nothing to bargain. There's a lot here that is not great, but Rusco is usually not lightning fast. We get time to figure out our strategy. They also usually fear our Bolasness. Stop here in case they put something on the stack. Oh. No land. Ain't that something? Corpse Appraiser. I know, no value. Terrible, but you just gotta get going. Draw out their counters. Draw out their removal. That's how you get your Bolas better. You know, recording in the closet isn't so bad. It's been a pretty good time so far. No complaints. But the other day, I found I was not alone. Found the biggest, creepiest looking spider. Wolf would have been impressed. Wolf would be like, oh, that's my girl. So, if one of those things, keep an eye out for me. If one of those things just drops down and lands like on the back of my neck while I'm deep in concentration, tanking, running my timer, that's gonna be the content you subscribe for. Because I will freak out. Field of Ruin, nope. Mount Doom, a way to ping them. Are we gonna ping them with Mount Doom? I'm not gonna ping. But we don't have much to do with our mana. They could play Rusco next turn, in which case Go for the Throat gets it off the field. Let's Grim Tutor. I know what I want. I want Pact of Negation to make absolute sure that Bolas resolves. Not gonna happen, because they have a Swan Song. Looks like they're doing a very reactive take on Rusco. Like full control Rusco. They kept a 2-lander though. Got him in trouble. Yeah, there they are. Their Malevolent Hermit. Just sitting there threatening to counter a Bolas. Well, get off my lawn. So do you think they have another 1-mana counter for Nicol, Bolas, Dragon God? You know what? This is the good part about being a creature deck, putting pressure on them. You don't have to do that right now. Check this card out. Destroy target artifact, return a creature. Couldn't do that in a version without creatures, could ya? Oh, that Hermit. No stick there. Come to daddy, Hermit. I mean, yes, I bullied a Rusco deck that didn't have a 3rd land. But I'm the villain. It's what I do. Kiora. All right. Go first. Kiora's so good. Very, very dangerous card. We got the Field of Ruin, but I don't know. They run a good amount of non-basic lands. Maybe Field of Ruin will be good. The Go for the Throat will be good. The Tasha will probably be good if we kill a big creature and then reanimate it. And the Tidebinder can hit the Kiora. This hand works. It's not busted, but it's good. I'm playing around Stifle. What I do here. I think we're going to have time to play the Xander's Lounge. On our types, we'll have good mana. Okay, no elf. Punished for getting Xander's Lounge. Immediately top deck Ragavan. I want to play Kiora next turn. Monkey! I think we can do without dashing it against Simic. Not like they just run a lot of creature removal. Now this threw, I mean, maybe they were just going to play a tap land anyway, but I think we threw them off their Kiora plan. Steal their Loam Speaker Shaman? That's ramp in its own way. Still not playing Bolas, though, unless we activate this Field of Ruin. Get the Blood Crypt. Drop the Tasha. I guess we could still... Actually, no. We can play Bolas next turn. We can Lorien Revealed into Watery Grave, and if the Loam Speaker Shaman's alive, which it has Ward, it will probably be alive, then we're good. Kiora's here. Oh, the combo. The Lotus Field combo is so gross. That is the best card in their deck, and they have it. And they're holding up mana. Holding up... How concerning. Field of Ruin doesn't work on a hexproof land, does it? Set up for Invoke Despair if we draw it. This resolve. Sure does. Alright, Tidebinder open. We're gonna try to catch their Kiora.
Beware. I know some sickening magic.
We have to hit this Kiora here. Come on. Come on. No! 1 mana? Disaster. Absolute disaster. No, not, oh my god, and Questing Beast. I'm getting scammed. I'm getting scammed so hard. Get a -1/-1 counter, you punk.
I'll brew something.
Magic the Scammering. I mean, I can't see. I mean, Bolas is gonna die, is what you're telling me. But we gotta stop the mana. It's gotta end.
In exchange for eternal
It's too much mana.
Time to end from battle.
consequence.
We have to fight back. kind of weird. I guess they're expecting removal. Definitely don't have it. But we can shrink the questing beast if that's something we wanted to do. I don't think we do. I think we just want to draw cards. You gotta get out of this. Although, one ring life equals cards. Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't want to do anything but make some mana. Kiora returns. I hate you. When they draw Lotus Field, it's a whole other deck. Like, it's kind of insane. Now, let's see. Kiora is on our menu. So, like, very soon we have to play her. But as you can see, the Lotus Field is so cracked. It's so stupid cracked. I mean, please blow up this staff. It's not helping me. I mean, add in the Mystical Dispute to their nut draw. There's no question we weren't going to win this game, right? Just no question. Why is it low? Just trying to kill their Vine Stalk before it attacks me. Thank you. We could draw we could draw like a sweeper or some removal. That'd be nice. But we got this one ring. It's gonna buy us a little time. Solve. Solve for what? 4 mana. What's 4 mana do? Nothing that gets us out of this. 5 mana potentially. Evoke Despair. Still just, I mean, I guess they give up the 1/1, right? Maybe that's not so bad. It's a start. They give up the 1/1 and they don't have a backup 1/1. They can't attack with the beast. Yeah, so they give up the beast. Pact? How do we beat this freaking questing beast? Just the fact that they had the questing beast was... The Lotus Field was the start. The turn that we actually dealt with the Kiora and they were able to go Kiora in a questing beast. That was where it all ended. Like, the game was over. It's a very expensive card. I must stop it. Onto your butts. Still holding back the 1/1 when I'm at 5 is kind of wow. All the land, my god, look how low we go on life though to make this play. I don't think we can. Can we make that play? We go to 2, we play a 1 ring, we have protection from everything, then what? Then what? They're gonna have a huge board. We have to top deck Cyclonic Rift, and we have a chance. That's it. What we have to do. Or ways to like bounce and replay our 1 ring. So this is not a deck that's designed for that kind of play. Feels like they have a bounce spell. What else would they just be sitting on with priority for these situations? Not much. Oh yeah, questing beast. Nope, that doesn't even help me. That was such a demolishing, and it feels so terrible. Like, we had cards and none of them mattered. Oh, I hated that a lot. A lot. Keep it positive. Got rolled by Kiora, not gonna care, just be positive. Ugh. Oh, some of those losses though, they just hit you so deep in the soul. Even like consolation, like, oh, there's nothing I could do. It doesn't help. Look at this garbage. Jingitaxis Avatar? Look at this trash. All right. This hand is very bad for the mirror. Very, very bad. Not enough land for one thing. He's playing land. This one has Pact. Also our first appearance by Crucius today. We don't have blue, so obviously we're going to Pact. All right, we have blue. Stifle meta. In response, blue-black, blue-black. We do have 2 basics, but I really want it. Like, I want the blue-black next turn. It's tempting, though, to get a basic so that Smoldering Marsh is untapped. But if they play a Mana Rock, we're going to bounce it. No play. I guess we'll give them their first removal check. They're Bolas. I'm sure they have counter spells, and I'm sure they have removal spells. So let's get it cooking. I mean, getting their Drown in the lock isn't bad. This is where the creatures have a job to do. They have to pave the way for our commander. Absorb some of this interaction. I thought about not playing the agent to hold up, like, the ability to bounce this, and I didn't. I feel bad about it now. Alright, if we play a Crucius and use it, what would we do? Nothing good. Nothing very good. I think we have to do this, which means I guess it didn't matter if I played the Marsh or not. I have basics now. Timing-wise, probably should have been on their upkeep. They replay the clock. Are they missing land? They are. They are missing land. Ding dong, this will allow us to pay for a pact. Also, there's an interesting conundrum with Bolas. You want to be the first Bolas or the second Bolas? Second Bolas kills first Bolas. If you are hitting your land drops, and the game is in either you ramped or the game, like there are if there are more than 5 mana sources available to you, and you're hitting your land drops, you actually want to be second. You want to be first Bolas. If you miss a land drop, you want to be second Bolas, or if they miss a land drop. It's a weird staring match where Bolas can come down and kill Bolas, but if that means Bolas just comes right back down and kills that Bolas, oopsie. Being oopsie, we could go for this with Pact, but then the opponent, like I said, just plays their Bolas, hits our Bolas. So, if we can get their counter spell, we can steal all of the action. We got their counter spell. All right, Crucius. Feels weird, but sorry, Beseech. Let's go, if we go greater, we might hit a Land Cycler, we might hit Invoke Despair, we might hit Dig Through Time, Treasure Cruise. Let's go greater, let's be greedy. Treasure Cruise. And we're missing land drops too. Actually a pretty even-ish fight. Our creatures are trying to ink out some value. Okay, they didn't kill the Crucius. I guess we let them have a Rusco. Wash it away. That's awesome. That lets us do this. Use Wash Away on their Bolas and Pact to protect our Bolas. Now, do they have a Pact? Yet they don't. Prismari Command. Can't give up a mana source. They give up Vraska. That's pretty good for us.
You have no weakness I cannot exploit.
I don't want to discard the Prismari Command. I don't want to discard the One Ring. I do want to feed the Treasure Cruise, but I don't want to discard it. And I don't discard Wash Away. I want this treasure so bad, though. Are we discarding the One Ring? Prismari Command on the clock, is it that good? It's really good. Oh my gosh. This is me. It's I traded the One Ring for an Oliphant. Did I make the worst deal you've ever seen? But I knew that could happen. I really wanted to feed up this treasure cruise. Alright, moment of truth. Does it resolve? They can't be mad at me. They had to wash away. Like it resolves. Do we trade the Crucius? Do we trade the Crucius? I mean, Bolas's loyalty isn't really the important part. Like, just being able to use the +1 is good enough. Got to resolve. Hey. Draw Dark Ritual. Field of Ruin. Not the time for you. Shieldred, out of there. I mean, it'll activate the Oliphant, but we only get 1 land drop a turn. Go blue. I mean, if you're in the opponent's seat, this feels like you're being buried. You get to keep 1 card in the graveyard for potential Snapcaster Mage. What is it? I think it's Pact. 2 mana Pact is pretty... I mean, it can be game-breaking. Orion Revealed is there. Gonna get another treasure. We can't do anything with it. Oh, wait. We Dark Ritual, sack Field of Ruin, blow up a land, get a blue and a black, we can drown. Okay. We have a plan. This time, let's threaten to block. We go greater, we hit dig through time. Beautiful. I mean, the graveyard's not full, but we're filling it. Their clock is on 10. They could trigger it, but they'd tap out. Might have responses to the next upkeep. T-Gate, take 3. Life total's in no danger, so that's fine. 5 cards in the graveyard means Brown in the Lock will hit Bolas. Right. Are you ready? For the play of the day. Dark Ritual. Nuke that. It has to be a basic island, which I think is still in the deck. There's exactly 1. Be very sad if I had milled it or discarded it. Hui! $11. We let Bolas die this time? Hell no. In response. Time to be a heartbreaker. No remorse. Still have a clock on 7 that we have to figure out, but we have a solve. That can do it. They get rid of a disdainful stroke.
My schemes are never ending.
While it's open, let's do it. Abandon all hope, opponent. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. Three cards, I know, but land drops matter. Basic? Yep. And we're almost, we're about to shuffle this hand away anyway. Ooh. Oh, it's so mean. Mystical Dispute out of there.
Smart.
Block that doesn't work. A Bolas they can't cast. I outsmarted you eons ago. Use the talisman, go get Karn or Ashiok. And we're done. And we are back. Post-game wraps. The Nicol Bolas Dragon God place in the Brawl meta has really evolved, and the deck has to evolve with it. I hope that today's video gave you some ideas and inspiration for your own Nicol Bolas Dragon God deck, even if it's the ideas I'm not playing. If you want to go build Discard Bolas and Land Destruction Bolas and Counter Everything Bolas and Super Friends Bolas, you can do that. All of those decks are decks that you can build and have fun playing. I try to go for an optimal performance against the meta I'm seeing. Your meta and experience and your playstyle might be different, but I hope this one gave you some inspiration. That is, of course, all we're really trying to do on this channel, besides meme on various floor demands and ask you to like and subscribe. That's all we're trying to do here. Like, subscribe. Like, experienced YouTubers laugh at me. I'm so bad. My metrics on getting likes and subscribes are terrible. Do you guys just not like me? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. My ego can't take that. I'm on vacation. Let me have this. So I want to give a quick shout out and thank you. Oh my gosh. Wait, where'd my YouTube member of the day go? I'm professional content creator. This is why I don't get likes and subscribes. I wasn't prepared. Today's From the Closet YouTube member shout out goes to Michael Benson. Thank you, Michael Benson, for joining the Cool Kids Club. We have a lot of Cool Kids Club perks this year for Michael. For other members, this microphone is a terrible microphone to grab. It's so bad. It sounds terrible. Like if you move it the slightest. Anyway, we got a lot of perks going on for members this year. We got members only chat during gameplay sessions of the live stream. We've got members only live stream where I do all kinds of different stuff. And big one, you get 24-hour early access to all my videos. That's going to be a big deal when the Ravnica set Murders at Karlov Manor comes out on February 6th on Arena. You're gonna want early access to those new standard decks as they're being released. All right, so make sure you join the Cool Kids Club. It's only $4.99 a month, and you get all the sweet perks. The perks. And thank you to Michael Benson. You're the flag waving Cool Kids Club member of the day. So thank you very much. On that note, sponsor read. Thank you to CoolStuffInc.com. Promo code CGB5. Thank you to Ultimate Guard. Link in description. Click that. They're the ones who are the big sponsors of the channel this year. I appreciate them a lot. Look at that. I left the dashboard on. As if I was reading this right there. Like and subscribe, or I'm just gonna go cry in the corner that I'm an inadequate content creator. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I'll see you in the next one. You're cool. Who is it gonna be? Somebody gonna hurt someone. Oh, the night is through. Who's it gonna be? Adeline. All right, we found the aggro decks. Let's see if we can find the removal. Turn 1, Agent. Turn 2, Push. Drown in the lock-on, probably a 1-drop, a 1-ring. Also, Tron. This probably fetches a red source, which we can save until turn 3 or 4 so that we can push Adeline.
My reputation precedes me.
Oft. You're a fiend. Scheming, but my schemes are never ending. Troll or Oliphant gets Vents. Gets turn 2 Ragavan on the play against Rafine. Ragavan probably doesn't get in against Rafine if we're being real. But we are on the play. If we even get 1 treasure token, we can beseech into Languish. Also sacrifice the staff. We'll try it. The mana's going to be good. That's important. Gonna cycle now, and if I want steam vents, it should be the Oliphant. Lots of different swamps to get. Tapped land, love that. Love to see it. Sneak me a treasure, monkey. Didn't see me coming, did ya? Didn't see me coming. Oh, so charmin' soft. Hashtag not sponsored. Rafine. Come on, it's one little treasure. Like, you're not gonna block that in the future? Like, you don't have creatures in your Rafine deck? You coward. You coward.